This is the simplest and most delicious recipe, how to make hummus. 5 easy ingredients. You need chickpeas, 2 cans, preferably GOYA, 15 ounce, 3/4 cup of lemon juice, tahini, salt, and garlic. You garnish it with olive oil and paprika, and you just need a food processor. It's one of those dump, press play, and it's done. Watch. The first thing you need to do is rinse the tops of your chickpeas really well, and then you drain them into a colander and rinse it thoroughly. So rinse up all the extra stuff, inside of it, and that's it. The next thing you do is you just dump everything into the food processor. Okay, now it's time to dump everything into the food processor. You've got your drained chickpeas, a teaspoon of salt, three-fourths of a cup of freshly squeezed lemon, just shy of 3/4 of a cup. Then you want to get tahini, which is sesame seed paste. Sometimes the oil separates, so you just want to shake it. And you want 3/4 of a cup of sesame seed paste. All right, I'll show you this. It's really loose right now. You see, you got 3/4 of a cup. And then the last thing is a couple of cloves of garlic. So this thing is great. You have these little guys, you just mash it up in there. And then you squeeze it. And all that garlic, goodness, get it in there. And the last thing you need is about 1/4 cup of water. As you can see, everything's inside there. You just have to press play. So you put the lid on and go. You're just gonna pulse it for a few minutes. We'll be back in a sec. After it's been blending for about a few minutes, you want to check and make sure that the consistency is what you like. If you want to add a little bit more water, you can. Of course, you want to test it. So dip your spoon in there. It's perfect. Oh my gosh. You guys, this works every single time. So the last thing we're going to do, just before we decorate it, we'll decorate it later. We're going to let it sit in the refrigerator. So I'm just going to put it inside a Tupperware in the fridge so it can kind of settle. You don't have to do that, but it's always a good idea to give it some time in the fridge. It does make decorating it easier. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in here, and I'll see you guys before my guests come over, and I'll pretty up our hummus and teach you how to make it look nice. So now we took the hummus out of the refrigerator and it's kind of settled. And so you just need a spatula and you put it on a plate. And it's important that the spatula is clean. So rinse it off. And then all you need to do to make it look pretty is you take your spatula and you go in a circular motion like this. And then you wash this off. And you do a little jaggedy edge motion like that. And then you can take a spoon and just wet it with some water. You need to have a wet spoon that helps, and create like a little circle in the middle. You get the idea. And then you take your olive oil. This is where we garnish it with olive oil. Just fill it up. And then lastly, a little bit of paprika. And there you have it. And the best thing to do is to serve it with some carrots or pita chips. It's a great appetizer, and you'll want to bring it to every party. Enjoy it.